So there's a relationship I want to talk about, stress and its relationship to our human potential. And stress, research defines stress as being in a situation that we experience as demanding or threatening somehow. Experientially, we feel it as a kind of inner static. We feel it as this static emotionally, physically. There's this tension that happens. Now, most of us wouldn't tolerate static on our televisions for a minute. We'd be on the phone calling the cable company. But we've accustomed ourselves to tolerating static, the emotional and physical static of stress. We've just accepted it as a part of life. And what I want to share with you is that there are huge consequences to that kind of acceptance, to accepting and tolerating that. One of them, I'm feeling this energy right now, of the energy of standing here and a little stress of that. And what I want to present to you is with the ongoing chronic stress, what happens is that has huge consequences for us. It has big physical consequences for us. 43% of us, that's 4 out of 10 people here, have or will develop some stress-related illness. Not just a minor illness, but significant illnesses like cancer and heart disease. So even beyond the physical stressors that stress can cause for us, it really decreases our ability to realize our human potential. Now, a lot of the speakers tonight, we've been talking about human potential as some goal. Well, I kind of align with Dr. Kurt Goldstein, who preceded Maslow in talking about self-actualization, not just as a goal, but as a drive. Not just as a drive, but as a drive to experience our human potential in any given moment of life. And when we're stressed, it's very challenging to do that. It's very hard to access what really is the essence of who we are, so that can shine through. So if we're tolerating stress, and 43% of us will develop a major physical illness, I'm not sure that the way we're approaching stress management in our mainstream culture really is a sustainable approach. What we do now is we go to the doctor and try to fix it. And the doctors, 90%, up to 90%, 75 to 90%, that startles me, of doctors' visits are concerned with some stress-related concern. That's why we go. Or we're looking to consume some product or some experience thinking that that will alleviate our stress. Well, instead, we can access and develop 4 skills, and these 4 skills, only 4, will make a huge difference in our lives and how we experience ourselves moving through life, really experiencing the essence and the full potential of who we are in any given moment. And the 4 are taking care of our bodies, engaging in a regular centering practice, practicing self-reflection, and restoring our state. So the first one, taking care of our bodies, we know we need to do that. But most of us take better care of our cars than we do our bodies. That's not really sustainable for our bodies because our bodies are vehicles that carry us through life. When we engage in regular exercise, that mitigates the effects of chronic stress. The second one, engaging in centering practices. Now, centering practices are things like contemplation, mindfulness practice, centering prayer, and meditation. I'm a long-time meditator. And what the meditation research shows is that in addition to alleviating the effects of chronic stress, for people who are beginning to meditate, if you're just starting, then if you start slow, 3 to 5 minutes, that's not very much time, 3 to 5 minutes every day, and gradually over the course of several weeks, upping your time to 20 to 40 minutes a day, then you're more likely to develop a lifelong practice of meditation. The third one is engaging in self-reflection. Now, self-reflection is that stepping back and looking, well, why am I feeling this? What's this stress that's going on right now? And once you discover that, that's where a lot of us make a mistake, because then we go into taking action on what we've discovered in the self-reflection. And instead, what's more beneficial is to first release the tension of the stress, because that static of stress is that staticky feeling. Once we release that, then we're more likely to make a decision or act on some behavior that is really grounded in the truth of our potential. Makes sense, yeah? So once you remove the static, the distortion of the static, you can make a better choice. So I want to share with you just a brief exercise. In my field, there are lots and lots of emerging technologies and technologies not just software and hardware, but really processes, about how we can really stand more firmly in the truth of who we are in any given moment, and in that way realize our potential. So what I want to invite you to do is just think of some recent situation in which you felt stressed, and you may still be carrying that stress. Now, take a look at that situation and just decide on a scale of 1 to 10, 1, not so much stress, 10, I really want to pull someone's hair out and not my own. Just make a choice. Where are you in that, 1 to 10? And now close your eyes, if you choose. If you don't want to, that's fine. Just choose some object to focus on in front of you. And just bring your attention to your body. And notice your sits bones, notice your feet, and just kind of settle in where you are. And now bring your attention to your breath. And it's not that you need to breathe any deeper, just notice the breath moving in the body. Notice how deep into the body it goes, and how deep into the chest. And now allow the breath to become slower. It's not that you're taking in more breath, it's just that you're slowing down the breath. So breathe in slow and easy, and breathe out slow and easy. So the breath becomes slow and steady, soft and quiet. And just follow the breath in this way, slow and steady, soft and quiet. And some of you may begin noticing a very slight contraction in the throat and in the chest region as the breath moves through the throat, dropping down from the nostrils and moving in through the throat. And as that happens, allow your breath to escort you into your heart. And with you, bring the word peace. And allow the heart, or the deeper mind, to infuse that word peace, to empower that word to release tension and stress, to release the emotional static, the physical static associated with challenging situations. So that any time that you repeat this word peace silently to yourself, whatever it is you're focusing on, the tension associated with that can just dissolve. And now I'd like you to imagine, if you will, a circle of light. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you will see it. It's just more, you might just have a feel of a circle of light. And take that situation that you were feeling stressed about, the one we focused on a moment ago, and bring that into the circle of light. And I'm going to begin counting backwards from 10. And as I count, just silently repeat to yourself the word peace. And now 10. Peace, 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 peace. 9. Peace, 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 peace. 8. Peace, 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 peace. Continuing to repeat the word peace and just letting everything in that circle dissolve. 8. Peace, peace, peace. 7. Peace, 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 peace. 6. Even placing in that circle any parts of you that just want to hold on to the tension, the stress, the static for any reason. 5. Peace, 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 peace. 4. Peace, 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 peace. 3. Peace, 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 peace. 2. Peace, 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 peace. 1. Peace, 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 peace. And allow the breath to come in deep and full. Take the deepest breath you've had all day. And now bring in another deep and full breath and feel the expansion in your lungs as you take the deepest breath you've had all week. And one more deep breath if you like. And just gather up any remaining tension. Just sort of check in with yourself first and see where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 in relationship to your stress about that situation. Most people, would you go down a few points? Hello? And if there's any stress left, just imagine that you can sweep that up, place it in that light, close your eyes for a moment. 5, peace, peace, peace. 4, peace, 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 just letting go. 3, peace, peace, peace. 2, peace, peace, peace. Like so many emotional dust bunnies just swept into the circle. 1, peace, peace, peace. Allow the breath to come in deep and full as you take a moment just to thank yourself. And imagine above your head a blazing sun of light, and let that light flow down into your body, circulating with your breath, and especially settling into those places where the tension used to live. Nature abhors a vacuum. Psychologically, we're no different. We'll fill in some stressful removal with something else, so you might as well fill it with thankfulness and light. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. When we take full responsibility to attune ourselves to where we're feeling tension and stress and that emotional static, and we take responsibility to address that tension, we empower ourselves to really liberate ourselves from the distress of moving through the ups and downs of life, when life doesn't quite meet our expectations. And in this way, we cultivate a kind of resiliency inside, so that when things don't go as well as we planned, then we're okay with that. And in this way, we cultivate sustainable personal peace. Thank you. Good night.